Today is Wednesday, September 19th, 2018. We're now parting from Lisieux and we're going to make our way to Chartres for Holy Mass, and then we'll end up this evening in Paris. It's now time to check out of this quaint little hotel here in Lisieux and make our way to the bus. Merci beaucoup. Okay.
Mais bon, ce que je disais,
They've made the bus parking in the middle of the road here, so you have to be very careful getting on and off the bus. So we've been on the road for a little bit here. We left Lisieux and on our way to Chartres. Most of the way has been these country roads, these farm roads. A major thoroughfare, but not like the grand highways that we're used to. We're going to have our Holy Mass at the Cathedral in Chartres. Chartres is known for its stained glass windows. Kind of excited about seeing them and spending some time there to say some prayers.
You'll see that you have the pilgrim and a beautiful mosaic with the shell of Santiago, and then you have 1,600 kilometers, 1,000 miles walking. Usually we're in Chartres.
So we have arrived at the Chartres Cathedral. Beautiful place, one of those cathedrals that was built, from what Juan Carlos told us, in only about 26 years. So the Chartres Cathedral is a stopping point along the Camino. It's about another 1,000 miles from here to Santiago.
You can see the whole labyrinth on the inside.
So we're waiting here just to enter into the crypt part of the cathedral here, where we're going to have our Holy Mass.
Yeah, second, come to you.
So we've come here into the crypt to do our Holy Mass, and apparently they have their children do their field trips to places like the cathedral. Well, Father James and I have now made it to the sacristy. We're preparing to go out and celebrate Holy Mass.
Yes, I'm getting ready for Holy Mass. This Chartres Cathedral of Notre Dame.
Okay, so we've finished saying our Holy Mass here in the Chartres Cathedral, and we're now going to get a tour of the cathedral and then a little break for lunch. Yeah, so we just finished having a delicious lunch at the Bistro Le Soleil. Now we're going to head over back to the cathedral so we can have our walking tour of the cathedral. We're getting ready now to enter into the Chartres Cathedral, and we'll be able to get a little tour of the place.
Nowadays it is called Notre Dame of Chartres. It's to be read from the bottom to the top, from the left side to the right side. So at the bottom, the first row left shows Annunciation, Visitation, and on the right side it is the birth of Jesus. Actually, the intention was to show that the Virgin Mary was the link between Old and New Testament, which is not straight. There, then they went there.
Yeah.
It's not straight. To
Right.
get to the center, they needed a long time, also because they paused, they prayed about 1 hour. It shows the ascension of the Virgin Mary, called Assumption. But the high windows are old. The bread was round in that time. It was not a baguette. That's why it looked like that. It has the color dark blue. And around Saint Mary, you have 4 doves and 8 angels. Now, in this chapel, you see this shrine with a piece of material hanging. It is a relic, which is a reason of the pilgrimage. Shirt in French, chemise, dress of the Virgin Mary. This statue, 16th century, so it's pretty ancient, and it has been restored recently But many people regret the ancient look because she was a black Madonna.
We're pretty soon going to come up on the end of our tour here of the Chartres Cathedral, a truly magnificent and beautiful structure. The stained glass, the history, the architecture, all of it incredibly beautiful.
Renaissance style, which 4 evangelists, and under Jesus you see the 12 apostles and 2 prophets.
So I have to admit that our visit here to Chartres, although brief, has really been quite filled with some beautiful things and some very spiritual opportunities.